Hey, it's JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban knife style and jungle survival. Today we're going to have a look at the Leatherman Skeletool CX, and I'm going to tell you why I think this is going to make an awesome urban EDC carry. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, do check out my shop links in the pinned comment or description. And you can even join as a channel member. Thanks a lot. I've had my eye on the Skeletool for quite some time now. Now, specifically the Skeletool CX, because there is a regular Skeletool and there is an RX. And I'll talk about the differences in just a bit. But I like this particular format. I generally like a Leatherman tool, but I find that the full-size tool is just too big for EDC. I tend to put them in kits. This is the Leatherman Signal, and you can see it is longer, it is thicker, and of course it is heavier. Of course, there's much more functionality, but for my everyday needs and my activities, I find that this tool set works for me. Now, if you're a tradesman or a craftsman who requires tools every day for your work or your activities, then maybe you might not find this comprehensive enough. But I think for the average person, let's talk about someone working in an urban environment, in a corporate environment, or even more of a white-collar job, then I think this might actually fit you. So the Skeletool CX. Now, what's the difference between the Skeletool and the RX? Now, the Skeletool basically, now they all look the same, but I think the main difference would be the blade. So this is a locking blade, 2.6 inches long. It's a liner lock. Now, for the CX, you get a 154 cm metal blade. So steel is an upgrade from the regular Skeletool, which is 420 HC. Now, next comes the blade style or the edge style. This is a straight edge style for the CX, which I prefer. For the original Skeletool, it's a combo blade with a straight and serrated blade. For the RX, you get a complete serrated blade. And I wanted a straight blade, and that's why I got the CX. All right, those are the differences. Now, you can get them in a variety of colors. Recently, they've come up with more funky colors, so you can actually choose it based on your preference or your fashion. So locking blade over there. I won't go through every single spec right now. I'm going to flash it on the screen, and you can see the overall length, closed at 4 inches, open length at 6 inches, and the various thicknesses and the weight as well. Suffice to say, I think this particular format and size works for me for EDC. I could carry this in my pocket. There's a clip, almost a deep carry. It might protrude out maybe about 1/4 of an inch or just slightly more, so I can keep it in my pocket, it won't move around, or I can keep it in a pouch. Now, I personally find a full-size Leatherman just too bulky for me to EDC. But let's talk about the tool set. You saw the blade. On the outside, there is this carabiner hook and a cap lifter, I guess if you want to clip it to your bag or your pouch. And then, of course, with all the Leathermans, you get their pliers. So you got a needle nose, the regular pliers, and wire cutters. Now, this is not spring-loaded, but I find that all right, again, because this will be used in a pinch or a very specific situation. And I think the ergos are great because of this curve over here. Your fingers come here, and then this goes into the palm of your hand, just at the base of the thumb. And I find that very comfortable, and that works very well. Now, you do get a bit driver, and you can see it over here. So this is a flat bit style. So you get a Phillips head, and for the Phillips head, it's a number 1 and number 2. Now, in the handle over here, you also get a flat screwdriver. So there's a 1/4 inch and a 3/16 inch bit, and that fits in there. All right, so I think my only small thing that I'm changing about this is instead of having 2 bit drivers, because they're just both flathead and Phillips, and if I wanted to switch, it is a bit of an inconvenience. I have the double-sided flathead and Phillips head bits, and I'm going to keep that in there. And then I'm going to keep the flathead in here. Right, so I'm not carrying this double-headed Phillips head. I just think this fits my needs the most. As you can see, I've just used this. I haven't really needed to use multiple sizes for most activities. Sometimes, yes, you need some specialty sizes, but just generally that works for me. And why I chose the flat bit instead of the Phillips head bit to keep in here, I just think if I maybe need to pry something or turn something, then at least I have that option and not to use that head. At least that's why I think for now. I might change my mind over time. So that's it. No other tools. It would be good if they could have put a pair of tweezers like they have for the Style PS, the smaller one. But yeah, it is what it is. And I think it's pretty good for urban EDC. And I say that because I think this can replace the combination of a folder, a Swiss Army knife, and if you are the kind who likes to carry pliers, something like the Knipex Cobra XS. In terms of basic functionality, this really covers all of this, right? From a locking blade, relatively large blade, to some multi-tool functionality and the pliers. Of course, if you just compare them individually head to head, the individual tools would have more functionality, but I'm just talking about as everyday carry, something, one tool that can cover these. I think for me personally, this actually works. This can cover these three items, which I think then becomes quite practical. Now, if I do need smaller tools for finer work, maybe scale tools of a Swiss Army knife, then I think I can pair it with a Swiss card or a 58mm Victorinox Swiss Army knife. So this is the Rambler. It's got a driver, it's got the basic knives, tweezers, and scale tools. Or I also like the Swiss card because this can be kept in a wallet, can be kept in a pocket, can be kept in a pouch very easily. This is the nail care version, so it doesn't have the knife. It's got a nail file, but it's got a great pair of scissors, scale tools. And if I really need small screw drivers, then I have this Quadro kind of micro bit kit and magnifying glass as well. So this paired together to me makes for a great tool times tool. And for urban EDC, I think I'm going to try this out for an extended period of time, and I'll give you my thoughts down the road. But what do you think of the Leatherman Skeletool CX or the other versions? Do you think that makes for a good urban EDC carry, and can it kind of replace a dedicated folder, Swiss Army knife, or other tools? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.